everyone. There we go, audience participation. If you haven't met me before, I'm Chris Jorgensen. I am the best man tonight. You probably saw me on stage. Or the altar, I'm sorry. I know the night's not about me, but I tend to do this sometimes, so bear with me. All right, before I get started, I know Mr. Mullins said this earlier. I just want to say a quick thank you to everyone who had a hand in putting this together. This is absolutely beautiful. Basilica is beautiful. This has been great, and I can't wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be great. So, as a heads up, Riley and Sarah are expecting this speech to be both humorous and heartfelt. Apparently I have a reputation for being really entertaining like all the time. So if there is a joke, please make sure to laugh. If there's an emotional moment, please, I want to see tears. Just make it seem like I'm doing okay. Thank you, I appreciate it. Okay, now that we've gotten that out of the way. So Riley and I have been best friends since we were 6 years old. We were fortunate enough to go to the same elementary school, middle school, high school, and college together. He truly is my brother from another mother. For those of you that are unaware, Riley was actually valedictorian in high school. Right? Amazing. I was so proud of him too. So obviously with a valedictorian, you have a speech. And when Riley was writing his speech, I asked him, I said, dude, I have one request. Just say my name. One time. You're my best man. Best friend. We've been doing it for a long time. Just mention my name. He's like, you know what? I'll do my absolute best to get your name in there. And then the day came. Riley's speech was one of the best valedictorian speeches I had ever heard. Some of you in the audience were actually there that day and know how amazing it was. But you know what they didn't hear? Yeah, my name. So with that being said, the rest of the speech is going to only be about Sarah. All kidding aside, Riley Jones. It is an absolute honor to be standing here today as your best man. Thank you. So a little backstory here. So my family moved to North Carolina when I was 6, and Riley was one of the first kids I had met at school. It didn't take long for us to both realize we were the best looking kids in that class. Our last name started with the letter J, so naturally we were always beside each other at tables, cubbies, lockers for years and years and years. We were always close. Since I can remember, Riley was the gold standard. He showed me how to be a great student, a great son, a great older brother, and most importantly, a great friend. And while we were friends, I looked up to him in so many ways. And I think Riley and I both know that if I wouldn't be anywhere here or anywhere near where I am today if it wasn't for having you by my side all those years. So thank you. I'm forever grateful. I'm trying not to cry, I promise. Okay. So when it came time to choose where to go to college, I thought for sure me and Riley were doomed to be separated. And so I was very, very grateful when Riley got the Levine Scholarship at UNC Charlotte and decided to come to college for 4 more years with Chris. Having Riley with me in college was really a true blessing. It was, we would go on and do our own things and meet new faces, but in the grand scheme of things, it was amazing to come home and just have him cook me dinner. It was the salmon was fantastic. Jacob, one of the groomsmen, and I had the privilege of living with Riley for 4 years. And Sarah, I believe you're moving in with Riley now. So I just want to give you a few pointers based on our experiences. Okay, it's just food for thought here. So number 1, basic food items like butter and garlic will not be in the fridge. But there'll be a kielbasa sausage, and he'll try and put it in every dish that he makes. Riley's definition of a clean room is clothes scattered all over the floor, but a nice path to the bed, to the door. And most importantly, if you ever hear any unexpected loud banging at your door, make sure to not scream out any curse words, as it may or may not be Mr. and Mrs. Jones behind that door. I may or may not be speaking from personal experience with that. Love you, Mrs. Jones. What is crazy to think about is Riley deciding to go to UNC Charlotte would ultimately lead him to meeting the lovely, beautiful Sarah. Sarah and I met at Riley's house before I even started college. Within my first 2 hours of meeting her, 3 things were extremely apparent. One, she could talk to literally anyone. Two, we were going to be great friends. The third was a bit of a surprise when she switched a three-pointer in my brother's face barefoot in Riley's driveway. I thought for sure, sports scholarship, duh. I was so surprised to find out that you're actually a genius as well. From that point on, Sarah has always been a constant in my life. She's always someone that I can depend on, someone I can open up to. I can always rely on her for some sort of baked treat. It's fantastic. Sarah, Riley and I and you have spent countless hours together all through. Sorry. I skipped your name and it came out wrong. Sarah, Riley, and I have spent countless hours together all throughout college. And with that comes some great memories. One of my first memories of Sarah was her convincing me that Maria was actually her daughter. She showed me pictures of her holding her in the hospital. I sympathized with her, and she made me feel very emotional. And I naively thought that she left her kid in Chicago and pursued her studies in Charlotte. But I bought it. Oh, man. After all those years together, just the three of us, I was very distraught when Riley told me he was moving to Chicago with you. I felt like I was losing my best friend, and Riley. In all seriousness, I was worried, I really was. However, Sarah, you've gone out of your way to make sure that I remain a part of you and Riley's life every day with weekly FaceTimes, texts, and calls, and that I'm very appreciative for. Sarah, Riley has been the happiest he's ever been with being with you. I'm really lucky that my best friend is marrying such an amazing person who has become one of my dearest friends. And with that being said, if everyone can just quickly raise a glass.
Okay, I'm coming back. Okay.
Sarah and Riley, I am blessed to have you both in my life. You both have been nothing but good to me. You are two of the best people that I know, and I wish you nothing but happiness and success in your future endeavors. Cheers. Cheers.